At first, I was sick. Now, I'm sick and tired. Guys, you know, wait till friendship heartbreaks are painful, Onneile. Oh, yeah. I was breathing straw, quite literally, you know. I was at my wit's end with one friendship that I really held on so tightly to. And I think because I felt like there were no other people.
We speak a lot about community, but we don't speak about when you lose your people and how to navigate that.
Sure.
And that is a whole thing.
It's my church people.
I'm learning. Obviously, there are certain scenarios or certain situations where you're like, I'm going to love you and let this end. This is toxic. It needs to end. But I'm going to forgive you. But I'm not going to give you access back into my life. But there are certain people that really, you guys could work it out again.
Yeah.
You really
Build
could.
again.
Build again. It's worth the build.
Blessed is the one who has somebody who can pick them up when they do fall. What is up, everybody? This is your girl, Aone, aka The Media Girl, and I'm with
Onneile, aka Miss OJY, and welcome to Session26.
Oh my goodness, this is episode 6, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Rocking.
On.
Girl, how are you? I missed you so much.
Dude.
I feel like we haven't actually sat down and had like a proper conversation in a while, bro.
Yeah, it's been
How have you
while.
been doing?
How have I been doing? Hey, Tamara Babili.
Guys, I think I've been great. I've been great, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, a couple of things that I wish were slightly different, but I really am in a phase of just seeing the Lord's hand in everything that I do. So I think I'm good. I am well. I'm happy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling without venting too much. But I don't want to say I've been great, right? But I also don't want to say I haven't been doing well.
Okay.
I've just been there. I'm okay. You know, when you're like, okay, it's not make sure, but I'm good. I think I've had a crazy couple of weeks. Not even crazy, but then decent. That they were just okay. And after today, I think after I had prayer with a couple of friends this morning, I feel good. I feel refreshed. So all is well with me.
All is well.
Can't complain.
All is well. I get that. The past couple of weeks for me have kind of been a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that that's something we'll touch on as we continue in the episode. Right?
Definitely.
Hasore.
Now, you guys already know me. You already know me. I'm going to come in with a couple of icebreakers, the question and one or two questions before we get into today's topic.
For sure.
I got you. So this is
Let's
a
rock.
this or that
Okay.
little thing that we have going on, okay? So just answer as quickly as you can, this or that. Would you either serve quietly behind the scenes or lead from the front?
It's a bit difficult to pick. Why? Because I've learned so much in the quiet place, in the background, where people don't see, where people don't kind of recognize the effort or the work that you put into anything that you do.
Yeah.
And I've seen the Lord's hand on that as well. But then again, there are times where it's time to actually lead and be in the forefront, right?
Yeah.
But with the growth, just with what I've seen in my life, with how much growth happens in the secret place, I think I'd rather stay in the background and kind of,
I actually wasn't expecting you to say that.
I wasn't expecting myself to say that either.
I was waiting for you to say.
The generic answer for me, if you know who I am, would be forefront, asambeni, let's go, right?
Yeah.
But I think no shame, no background. Funny enough, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, I hear that.
What would you choose?
You already know the answer to that.
Background. This girl, why would you shy to me, man?
I'm not even shy. I think
What
I've gone past the shy stage. I just don't want to be
In the
in
forefront.
people's faces like that. The only time you'll see me in your face like that is if the Lord is calling me to. Literally, he's the only one that can get me from the back
to the front.
like Onneile akoye, tsamaya, right? I think I really would prefer being behind the scenes. But then maybe when it comes to serving in the worship team, every now and then, why am I have feeling?
Give us the honesty.
You know?
Yeah,
so
and that's fair.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
That's a thing. Maybe that's something God needs to work on. Maybe.
Yeah. But again, no, but we've spoken about this before. Like, there's nothing wrong in a desire. Where it can become skewed is where it's just like,
exactly.
is it for the glory of the Lord or for the glory of you?
Don't do that. All right. So the next question would be, would you... I know the answer to... Thing is, I know Aone's answers to this, but it's fine.
Patterns, Mara, you'll be shocked.
This one, I'm not shocked. This one, and I'm not shocked.
Let's
fine.
see.
I wouldn't be shocked, rather.
Okay.
A big community event or small group hangout.
This thing. Okay, no, wait. Big community
event or small group hangout.
Small group, like how many people?
We're looking at 5, 6, 10 maybe at the very
And then
most.
big is how much?
What you did on your birthday.
That was not big. Guys, there were like about 60 people at my birthday party.
Aone invited the whole city.
But
even the pastors were there. Her pastors were at her.
Guys, I can explain. We're gonna get to that, by the way, but that's not big. 60 people.
I can count the number of guests we've had at our place in the past 2 years. I don't think we'll hit the 5. Chomi, you had your whole church there, and then you had other people from other places. Your pastors were there. The whole family was there. The whole shebang. Okay? Her answer, let me answer for her, big community event. Done.
I love people.
Okay,
so that's big. That was big.
That's
now
big.
I feel like plus 80, 100, that's a lot. But what I did, okay, maybe big community. If that's big, if that's what we're considering big, like plus minus 60 people, then that's what I would choose. You know? But I'm also a fan of really intimate settings. Like I'm really a fan of just getting to know one another. Because in such a setting, I don't come undone. I don't vent. I don't become all mushy and all vulnerable just because it's just like not the space, it's not the atmosphere for that.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I've really learned to value just smaller, tighter communities. But big event, definitely. It's gonna be a big event. Why one of that thing I
that
kept
video,
posting.
and it was a big event.
Everyone is coming.
I remember getting to your place. Maybe we'll talk about this a little later, but I remember getting to your place. There were people in front. I'm like, man, a lot of people. I went to the back of the house. Oh my
shocked.
days.
Chairs.
Oh
everything.
my days.
I love it. I love people, guys. I absolutely love people. I love people. If I had my own place, when I have my own place, y'all are going to be at my house every other weekend.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think I would love people to visit every now and then.
Yeah. Now and then is too far apart. Every weekend we're on, rocking.
I can love
that's what me and my friends be doing though. Like we will literally hang out, have tea, play cards, and then everyone goes home. But
no, I hear that.
Next icebreaker. But what would you choose?
Small. You already know the small group hangout.
But didn't you enjoy yourself at the big event?
I did. You know what the thing was? It wasn't a good place for an introvert. I don't want to lie. At the beginning of it all, I was like, I'm here for Aone, and this is all that matters. At some point, I wanted to run and be like, okay, this is too much for me. But I'm like, you know what? I'm here for Aone. So along the way, after getting all the way too many people here thing out of the way, I'm like, actually, this is fun. This is actually not bad.
Yeah.
This is okay. So I stayed. I think I went home at like 1, 2 a.m.
Yeah, she literally left my house at 1.
And but small hangouts any day. I think I love having conversations with people. I like sitting with people.
Intimate settings.
Intimate settings. I want to be in spaces where I feel seen and known by the people around me.
I love that.
Yeah. And then maybe the last one will be, would you rather talk things out or write things down?
Talk things out. Definitely. I am a talker. Like, let's have a conversation, you know? And that's why I'm not a big fan of texting, especially when it comes to, like, really tough and hard conversations. I just prefer that you and I have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's been a time where you would text me. Wait, first of all, answer the question. Would you text or call?
It depends who you are.
Okay.
It depends who you are. I can have a conversation with you in person and it'll be fine.
Yeah, because I was about to then say that I think you texted me.
Yeah.
Like it was a very hectic time in our friendship where you texted me and then I called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you texted and I was like, wait, actually, let's meet up. Yeah, I love having conversations. I love just being in a space where I can
present,
talk. Like, let's talk. Because I think also talk allows you to put tone in the conversation. It allows you to add, just someone can see your demeanor, someone can hear your voice. And I think that carries a different level of weight than text would. I think with text, things can get really misconstrued really quickly.
That's true.
And I think I don't like that. So
that's true. Yeah, but it depends who you are. With people like Aone, people in my inner circle, we can have the conversation in person.
Yeah.
If it also depends on the conversation. Like if it's a really tough conversation, I'm texting you. I'm sorry, I don't have it in me to look you in the eyes. I'm texting you. I'm writing a letter. Maybe not a letter, but I'm gonna text you. And then after I get everything out of my chest through text, then we can meet. Because I'm like, we already know what we're gonna talk about.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's me.
I want us to then talk about, just before we get into the meat of the entire episode, into our conversation, what has been going on, girl? There were so many events.
Yeah.
So many hangouts. So much has been going on. We talked about guys, I turned 20.
She's not a baby anymore.
20. Oh my goodness. My 20th birthday came up. I think we've spoken about it a little bit already, but I think that was such a big moment for me. And even to have my pastors and just people who weren't, I can't say that these are the people that I've been doing life with consistently, but people really showed up.
They came.
I was shocked. People I did not even, I'm like, you are here, all right, let's go, let's rock. People really invited themselves, and that's just who I am. Like, if you happen to come, let's rock.
Yeah.
What invite? Put the invite aside.
Yeah.
Music is playing, drinks are flowing,
let's dance.
Food is being eaten, let's dance,
Which drinks?
Chimmy, I can't wait about this thing. What's about this thing? No, guys, it was a non-alcoholic party, and that was something that I don't think I even had to communicate that, because my community really does it. We knew. My friends really don't be drinking alcohol at all.
Yeah.
But it was a really amazing time. Nazabe was chefing it up in the kitchen.
I made it a point that when I get there, I was going to serve. Because I feel like that's how I really try to show love to my people.
Yeah.
I made it a point that when I get there, I was going to serve.
She started cooking, sis put on the apron. I'm like, so I think for me, that was one of the most heartwarming moments in the entire birthday party, because for me, help is such a sacred thing. You know, just getting help from people. Because I think I've said this before on the podcast, I got introduced to God as a helper. So just receiving help from not just God, but from his people, it instantly puts me in a deep state of gratitude. I remember, so many of my friends, so many of the people that I go to church with, people were just in the kitchen and they're cooking. Because we just decided, no, we're not going to get a catering company. We're just going to make everything ourselves.
Yeah.
So people are cooking. And then I'm getting into the kitchen and I'm trying to help. And they're like, girl, go out and enjoy your birthday party.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really? Because in my head, it was a Sunday, girl. And I was thinking, you know what? After church, that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get home. Cook for the people who are coming. So for me to receive that kind of help from just the people that I was surrounded with, did it for me.
No, I love that. Yeah, it was a big event, guys.
A big event. I kept posting that. I kept posting that hatiking.
That video.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
Who's coming? Jay-Z's coming.
Kendrick. It's gotta be a big event. And so it really was a big event, and I absolutely loved it. So here's to 20 years of existence.
Oh, she's grown. Oh, we're the same age now.
Maru 21 this year.
Yeah, I turned 21 in October. Okay. So you can enjoy being my age for now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
And then I also went to Exotic's show. Chumia, you didn't make it, Mara.
I didn't make it at all, and I felt so bad.
But it's cool. But really, it's fine. Honestly, I get it. I think you really couldn't make it. Life happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I attended the event, Exotic. Guys, you see, people are creative in this country. I think, guys, please go on my Instagram or on Exotic's Instagram page. People are creative. Zala.
I want to see them because I was seeing snippets. I'm like, did I really miss this?
It was good.
I need to see.
I don't want to say you missed, but it was
shout
so
out
good.
to the friends that take content for you. Like Onneile can't miss this. I'm gonna take videos.
You can't,
because I really want to see what happens.
Okay, and I made sure my phone is cleared. YouTube can't delete them because I'm like storage is needed. It was an amazing event. Like he's so creative. He got on a couple of people that were people were playing different instruments. That's how the openers opened up. And then I think his sister is an amazing gospel singer as well. He's an amazing artist. Queso the Enigma sang. Just people in his circle, your Mandlas sang. Just different people who are as talented, as gifted as he was. So that was amazing.
Lovely. Guys, invite us out. Keep inviting me out, guys. You're actually one of the few people that can get me out of my house.
Yes. Matter of fact,
Aone makes me leave
one
the
thing
house.
about me, let's go.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about today?
Today, it's just going to be an easy conversation,
Okay.
nothing too deep.
Okay.
I think I just want us to share really good lessons that we've learned in the past. I don't know. Let me not put a time frame to this, but lessons we've learned.
Lessons we've learned. I think I kept speaking about community just as we were introing this entire episode. And honestly, for me, that's been my lifeline.
Yeah.
Community, bro.
Yeah.
I think, I was watching a video earlier and this man spoke about how, Jesus as the Son of God, who again was God himself, still found it necessary to show us that you need community. And that's why he walked around with the 12. And I think for me, just having that many people around me, not just 12 per se, but I'm just like, just community around. I think the Lord was not joking around, don't forsake the gathering of the brethren, don't forsake that, because I think there's so many times that I was extremely down, and because I had somebody say to say, hey, dude, I'm down right now.
Yeah.
And they're the kind to go, let's hang out. Let's talk about it. And I'm a talker. Again, I really like to express myself. No, Shem, I like to express myself. I don't like to hold on so tightly to emotions and stuff like that without expressing them. I'll literally explode. So that's the kind of person I am. So to have people who genuinely and sincerely care about me around me, that's amazing. So that's one of my lessons. And it's so crazy because even how this community that I am in right now was built was so, one, it was natural, but even at the time it came, it was so perfect. I remember, I think sometime in May, I was going through, guys, why do friendship heartbreaks are painful, Onneile? Oh, girl. I was breathing a straw, quite literally, I was at my wit's end with one friendship that I really held on so tightly to. And I think because I felt like there were no other people, know. I felt like, oh my goodness, if I lose this one friendship, who am I? Because I spent every waking moment with this person. So now this person isn't really pouring or investing into the friendship as much as I am, and that really broke my heart because it was not something that would happen once or twice. It would be a persistent thing, and then I'll continuously go like, dude, I feel like you're not pouring into the friendship the way you're supposed to. Or not the way you're supposed to, but the way I feel like would be received well by me, I feel like you're not in this as much as I am. I feel like you're not investing. Yeah, I feel like you're not investing as much as I am. Not to say that we should always invest the same amount of energy, but if you're always pouring out more than you're being poured into, that becomes a problem after some time, So it was that kind of situation. And for me, I was just at first I was sick. Now I'm sick and tired. Now I'm sick and tired. No, it was actually so heartbreaking, because what I would see, it wasn't even a thing of they're going through a lot. No, they are investing into every other friendship they have, but mine.
Yeah.
And it was a very apparent thing. You know, where it's just like, Maria, out every other weekend, but every time it's supposed to be a me thing, you have excuses, you know? So it really broke my heart because it was a friendship that I really, really held on so tightly to.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one Friday where I was really crushed and I went to church and I spoke to a friend of mine. I'm like, I'm down right now. And she was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, Ghana, this is what is happening. I feel like I'm pouring into the friendship more than this person is, yada, yada, yada. And we prayed, and she was just like, you know what, we're really here for you. I'm here for you, yada, yada, yada. So she's there being there for me, and she still is there for me right now. But after that, I've really seen the Lord restore. Remember, that was just one person. Now it's like a whole tribe.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like now it's like a whole tribe of people who I know if I fall. There's a scripture that even says like you should I don't know if it says you should pity a man who, when they fall, they don't have anyone to pick them back up. You know, like blessed is the one who has somebody who can pick them up when they do fall. You know, so yeah, man, that's just been what community is for me right now. Like I've really been learning oh my goodness, that people who are out there who are just as talkative as I am, and I absolutely love it because I think for the longest time I was the most talkative in my friend group. Guys, people can talk.
I know that's how it is with me.
People can. So, you'll be so shocked, you know. There's so many people who I'm just like, oh my goodness, you get my jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you tell even better jokes. Oh my goodness, I love you.
Funny.
Oh, I love you too. So it's like you are so funny,
Yeah.
and it's not funny more corny, and because you know Christians, we be corny sometimes with our
Every
jokes.
now and then.
Every now and then we're a bit corny with our jokes, but no, that like actual jokes that are so funny.
Yeah.
Not profane, but funny, you know?
Yeah.
And I think they have been showing me that humor is a God thing.
Oh, yeah. Because God is funny.
God is
My
hilarious.
days, God is funny.
Like, humor is a God thing. And I
Yeah.
think for the longest time, I just kind of strayed away from just fully expressing the humorous side of me or just the part that likes humor, simply because I just feel like, oh my goodness, it'll look like, oh my goodness, am I Christian enough, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, just watching people be extremely funny, yet still anointed, yet still spirit-filled, yet still people who genuinely love God and who genuinely love God's people, that was beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I even share my experiences with community and everything, you mentioned or talked about how God is a very funny person.
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you a little story, okay? There was this one time, I think beginning of the journey, I was like, Lord, I want to be madly in love with you. Pay attention to the wording. Madly. In love with you, right? I want crazy faith. I want people to look at me and be like, she's crazy for God, right? And I started living that out. And then now my family members are looking at me like, wena. Like to the point where it got to me. I'm like, why are you guys looking at me like that? And then God was like, remember when you said you want to come across as someone who has crazy faith? I'm like, oh, funny. I didn't mean like that. I didn't mean people should think I'm actually funny.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, actually crazy, you know? I'm like, God, you're a funny guy. So many other instances. He literally said, remember when you said, I'm like, I didn't mean it like that. I don't mean it like
Context.
that. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, so God is a very funny guy. I can think of so many other instances where he just was cracking jokes. I'm like, all right. But you spoke about friendship breakups. And for you, I love how you were able to, the Lord restored that.
Yeah.
And I feel like God for me is still restoring that, right? I've had friendship breakups and I don't know how to explain how things are right now.
Yeah.
I've had friendship breakups and it was so crazy because for a season I had to walk alone and I'm here preaching community, but you're walking around campus by yourself. What community? You are not talking to anyone in class, Naza girl. What community are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know? And I think we speak a lot about community, but we don't speak about when you lose your people and how to navigate that.
Sure.
And that is a whole thing that I'm still navigating myself at the current moment. But I definitely appreciate community. I've seen how even our friendship, you've walked with me through a lot. You've walked with me through a lot.
Yeah.
Like, girl, if I was to remind you of 2022, 2023 season.
But what did I do then?
No, it's fine. I'll remind you off camera.
Okay.
They can't know right now. They can't know right now. But you walk with me through very hard seasons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do this life thing by myself.
We're not meant to do this life
We're
thing
not
by
meant to
ourselves.
do it by ourselves. I was reading a scripture just the other day. I posted on my story, on my WhatsApp story and on my Insta. And I said, I love a good comeback. And I said something along the lines of how if you fall, get up and walk again. If you have a limp to your walk, it's fine. Just walk, you run again. And then I responded, and then you responded to that, and I responded to you. I'm like, and we will hold your hand up. We will be the ones to hold you, right? And then immediately God took me to Exodus 17. It was the whole story of the Israelites and the Amalekites, and there was a war against Israel and the Amalekites. And then for the Israelites to win the war, Moses had to keep his hands lifted, right? He had to, like, the whole time, like this.
Yeah.
And then obviously his hands grew weary. What Aaron and the other guys came in, they put a stone under him for him to sit down. And then they came and then they held his hands up high so that he continues to lift them so that the Israelites prevail. Because every time he put his hands down, the Amalekites would prevail, right? And then I just realized, I can't do this alone because there are going to be times when I'm at war and I'm tired. I'm going to need Aone to hold my hands up high, to hold me up, to keep me going. I'm going to need Aone to pull a chair for me because where I am right now, I can't.
You can't.
I can't. I'm focused. We need to win this battle. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here and I need you to come and do this. So I realized that this life thing, I can't do it by myself.
As you're talking about the story of Moses and the Amalekites, I'm thinking about the story in most scripture, but it's in scripture.
We actually need to work on that, you know?
I need to work on that.
We never know.
but the word is in my heart, right? So it's a story of a man, I believe, who was very sick. He was very ill. And he heard that, his friends actually heard that Jesus was in the city.
Yeah.
And Jesus was actually performing miracles and healing and whatever in a house, right?
Yeah.
And this house, obviously, he became very popular. His name spread like wildfire within that particular town. And so this guy's friends then decided, you know what? This Jesus guy is in the city. He heals, he sets people free, he performs these miracles. Our friend needs to go get that healing. And because the friend was so down at the time because of his illness, his friends literally picked him up. And because the house was very full, they put him through the roof so that they access Jesus. And Jesus was like, oh my goodness, your friend's faith is what kind of heals you. So I think there's so many times where people's faith will quite literally be the reason you are set free.
Actually, I have a story to tell.
Can you speak about that?
Oh my goodness.
Because I think when we isolate ourselves so much, we feel like in our independence, that's when we find healing, we find provision, we find all these things. It's in community where people actually are like, oh, matter of fact, I can help you with this. I can help you with that. And I think we need that as people we need our loads kind of taken off half the time. And so community is the way to go.
That's so true. Beginning of the episode, I mentioned how I wasn't in the best space. Like I was just working on that. And you know what the Lord did?
What did you do?
And I didn't even expect to meet him that day. So the man that introduced me to Christ, I told you guys about the tutor, the man that introduced me to Christ. Him and I don't interact as much as we used to because he was my tutor in high school. I'm in uni now, I've been in uni for like 4 years. We don't interact as much. And on that particular day, I saw him at like a prayer walk we're doing on campus. And that man literally prayed over me because I don't know, I feel like I had lost my fire for God or just lost the fire. Oh, I wasn't praying as much. The altar was dead, honestly. The prayer altar was dead. And he prayed over me, and that was an example. And when I got home, the answer to his prayer,
my God.
Literally when I got home, I opened my phone, the answer to that man's prayer.
Yeah.
Literally, and I'm living in the answer to his prayer right now. Right now, we've reignited the prayer altar, right? And he was allowing himself to,
be the fire starter.
To be the fire starter.
My God.
The fire starter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that wouldn't have happened had I not been in a community, had I been isolated. because he was able to see something in me that I didn't really realize about myself, or maybe I was just brushing it off. That when I got home, the answer to his prayer was waiting for me.
Yeah.
Prayer altar has been reignited since. We're still, every now and then when it's time for prayer, I could doze off a little, maybe, but I'm praying.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, right? And so, and also on top of that, one of my other leaders from Kingdom Movement, she hits me up out of nowhere. She's like, "Do you have time to chat?" And at that point in time, kind of when I get to school, I attend my lessons, I run, go home. Sure. I'm not hanging out with anyone at that point, right? And then she's like, "Do you have time?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I have to stay on campus." But you know what? God is doing a thing. God is doing a thing. And like, she just asked me, "How are you, girl?" I spilled everything. I'm like, "This is how I feel. This is what's happening." And she prayed over me. And when I got home, I'm like, this is community. This is someone holding me. This is the whole point. This is someone making sure that I continue to lift my hand so that I could prevail in this battle that we find ourselves in. Because we're constantly at war. And I was getting tired. I was honestly getting tired. I'm like, wow, community. Having other people who have faith to believe things for you and things that could change your life as well.
And not to say that you can't do things on your own, but
better with community.
Exactly. I think even there's a scripture that says that where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm in their midst.
Come on.
Is God saying that he's not present when you pray alone? That's not what he's saying. But I think it's different when scripture highlights something that when 2 or more are gathered in my name, I am in their midst. And that should show you that community is important. And matter of fact, I feel like now, even though we're going too far with this, let's start with God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Do you understand?
Yeah.
In Genesis, where he says, let us make man in our image.
They did it together. I mean, God is one.
God is one, but the triune God should
show
show you that, oh my goodness, like really, I think the saying is true that no man is an island. Like, it shouldn't be the case that you are alone in certain things, right?
Yeah.
What moments have you felt like community in this particular moment was my lifeline? What other moments has there been?
Yeah, because I just told you. What other moments? I'm trying not to go too deep with this. I'm trying not to. I think earlier this year, I felt terribly sick. You guys remember that? I mean, I missed about a month of school. I was sick. I was not good. And now this one was just family. My mom, my siblings, they took care of me. And I remember thinking to myself, what if I lived alone? What was going to happen to me?
I think you mentioned that once in a conversation that we had. You were like, oh my goodness, Aone, my family right now is my lifeline.
Those people, oh my goodness, my mom took care of me. And I remember there were moments where I was just looking at how she was just going above and beyond. I'm like, you're a blessing. God ate when he gave you you to me as my mom. My siblings, they would bring me food. I mean, my older brother's being my older brother, obviously, but bring me food, taking care of this, taking care of that. Are you good? Hey, man. So that's a period where I really felt like, community in Kukile was strong.
I want us to talk about when community is the reason for our hurt.
I was gonna.
When community is the reason we're actually in that particular state of mind. I watched a video once this past week, and this woman spoke about how you should not let people in the church make you forget who actually died on the cross for you. And what she was speaking to was when, let's say, your pastor has hurt you, your your leader in church has hurt you, your friends at church have hurt you, and then you choose, oh my goodness, I'm leaving church because church is the problem, and then you leave because of that hurt, because of that particular situation, right? And what we find is a lot of people, because of that, backslide into the world. They fall back because they don't go to church anymore. They don't read that word anymore because they feel like, oh my goodness, church and God is a whole scam.
Do I not have a story for you?
Church and God is a whole scam, And so they backslide. They leave the faith. They leave, and sometimes it's not even something that happens to you in particular, it's something that probably happened to your friend and you're just like, yeah, matter of fact, yes, and I don't even want to try this Christ thing at all. Because it's like, they're hurting my friend. I wasn't even a churchgoer, but they're hurting this churchgoer.
Yeah.
So we're not trying it anymore. So that whole thing kind of taints the whole church, and subsequently leads people away from the faith. So I wanted to talk about that.
I remember in one of the episodes I mentioned how I said I don't have any church hurt, but I think I have one instance, now that I think about it. I'm not a liar, I just forgot at the time. Now that I think about it, I think I do have a situation that I could speak about where I was hurt, but maybe I couldn't think about it at the time because I healed from it. Like, I'm good, and the person I are good. Like, we had a conversation about it. And maybe it's a petty thing right now, but it really did badly affect me.
At the time, yeah.
So it was with the church leader. So I moved to this new church, and it's fun. Everyone is really, really nice. I'm like, okay. I was in the worship team at my previous church. I want to do that here in this new church. I want to serve the Lord. I want to serve the Lord with the gift that He has given me, which is my voice. No, sharp. I go up to the worship leader, the main church's worship leader, and I'm like, I want to join you guys, right? And for them, the way they did things was different from what I was used to. It's like, oh, we're going to put you on a probationary period first, and then you're going to go through discipleship. We're going to pick someone who's going to disciple you, whatnot. And then you can join us, right? And then, obviously, I wasn't consistent with the discipleship meetings. I don't want to lie. That was my fault. That was my fault. I wasn't doing it. And then along the way, I noticed that there were a couple of people that would join the worship team while I'm still on probation. I'm like, okay, that's nice, right? And then along the way, I stopped engaging with them. I stopped ing. And then there was a time I was supposed to come for rehearsals, right? And then something really terrible happened, like the morning of, and I couldn't make it. I didn't communicate with them at that time because the terrible thing was happening to me. I couldn't communicate at all. And then I think I missed church for some time because I was still recovering from that. And then I went to tell her what happened, the church leader. And then she looked at me like I was crazy. She didn't take me seriously. That time I was opening up to her about something so deep that happened to me. And she dismissed it, didn't even try and call the other church leaders to say, hey, this is what happened to this girl. Let's help her out. And I was mad. So you know what I did? I got too lazy to get to church on time for the worship. I got to church when worship was finishing. Sure. I didn't want to see them because first I have bitterness because you guys don't even want me in the worship team. Like, you guys, I'm not, everyone else can join in but me.
Yeah.
You know? And then you couldn't even help me, but I was in a very terrible place at that time.
And I opened up to you
about it. Not a lot of people know about that. You know? So I was really, really hurt by that. And yeah, I think for some months, I got to church late. Not even that, okay, I don't think I was doing it on purpose. I just didn't have it in me to want to see them worship. Like, I don't need to hear that. Just listen to worship music at home. I don't need to see that.
And someone can easily go like, yeah, but it ain't about them. It's about God. But it's like, no, I'm hurt. Hi, I just said I'm hurt. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because that's another thing that I realized, like, we as the body of Christ, we tend to brush off emotions that humans have, all in the name of we are victors in Christ, which yes we are,
but I was hurt.
But in this moment I'm hurt, you know, and in this moment I need comfort. I need you to apologize. I need, like, can we be practical about our faith? Because that's another thing. It's just like, I just articulated to you that I'm hurt about how you treated me with the whole worship team situation. You dismiss me, and then I shouldn't walk. I'm expected to not be bitter about it. I'm human, guys. Get all that beat. You know? And when a heart is broken, bro, anything
broken.
goes. Like, it's like a wound that's open and that's not treated. So many infections. Infections look like anger, bitterness, resentment. All these things are human emotions.
And just to finish up the story, and just like, so what happened was, at some point I'm like, okay, maybe Lord, you don't want me in the church's main worship team. I understand. It's not about me. It's about your will being done. I got to heal from that. But the one thing I couldn't really heal from was the fact that, bro, I confided in you about something that was so deep. you couldn't do anything about it. I had other leaders from another community I was in come. They came in like they helped out. They did the best they could, right? And maybe there was that level of comparison. But then I ended up having a conversation with this church leader a year after, because I'm like, I have bitterness in my heart, and I want to forgive you, and I'm gonna have this uncomfortable conversation with you and tell you how I feel.
Sure.
So I have the conversation with her. I'm like, this is how I feel. I felt like, everyone was joining in but me. And then on top of that, I shared that with you, and then you didn't do anything about it. And she didn't realize that she had hurt me. Honestly, I'm not painting her as a bad person. She's the sweetest. Like right now, we see each other at church and we're like, hey girl, and everything. It's so good. But we're able to have a conversation about it. She apologize. I also apologize because I played a role. I mean, I wasn't consistent with joining the discipleship meetings, and they wanted us to go through discipleship because you're not just going to go and minister. You need to be equipped. You're not going to go and sing without the word, without being discipled, without your foundations being laid, right? So we worked on that, and so community did hurt me, but by the grace of God, because he taught us how to forgive and let go of bitterness, we quickly worked on that.
Yeah. I love that, dude.
Yeah. Any experiences on your end?
Experiences where community was the reason I was hurt. I think it was a similar situation like with church, where I just felt like, y'all don't really like me like that. I felt like the world was against me. I think they didn't realize that that's just how they made me feel. And maybe it's something that I should actually go back and go like, hey, guys, ABCD is why I feel the way that I feel, why I did what I did, why I chose to do exactly what I did. So I think it's a conversation that I still need to have.
Yeah.
But I think I mentioned it in one episode, but if you haven't tuned in, it's whereby it was a situation where I felt like a similar situation in the worship team. Got into the worship team and I just felt like, where you feel like you aren't being treated like everybody else is being treated.
Yeah.
Where you are kind of being treated with a level of, because of your inexperience, you aren't not given priority, but it's just like there's no grace for any mistake that you make. You're kind of expected to show up like this, you know? But it's like, no, guys, I'm kind of very new to the singing thing. I'd like a little bit more grace. How about that?
Yeah.
And yes, even if it's given, it was just not given in a way that is welcoming. It was not given in a way that was warm and, but again, it's something that I feel like nobody picked up. It probably I played a part in that, and I didn't say anything about it. But at the time, it was a thing of, oh my goodness, nobody sees that actually this is wrong. Nobody sees that actually this girl is being hurt. Actually, this girl isn't feeling welcome into this entire team. And for the longest time, I walked around with a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of church people, but I think, again, mercy, the Lord's mercy. My heart was so softened still to Christ and to his church, to his people, because it's one thing to say that you love God, but do you really if you don't love his people? So I think my heart was still very softened to the church of Christ. I know that it was just that particular situation. It didn't have to alter every single thing that I believed about the church or about Christ, So I think the Lord's mercy was on my life about that particular situation. But how I dealt with it, I didn't. How about that?
Therapy journey.
No, but I think over time I learned to forgive.
Yeah.
Even with apologies I never received, even with conversations I never had. I think I learned to release someone because really they are living their best life, and then here I am. No, like I learned to really forgive and really let go because I realized that the bitterness was actually building up a poison that I didn't want to walk around with.
Yo, building up poison you don't want to walk around
Someone
with.
said this. I can't remember who, but I think they explained that unforgiveness is like you drinking poison and expecting someone else to die.
Yo, Actually, now that we're talking, let me actually marinate what you said. Let that sit. Yeah. But you spoke about, so we're speaking about forgiveness now because it's an important part, an essential part of thriving in community.
In community, yes,
right?
yes, definitely.
People will hurt you.
Even the church,
we've hurt
guys.
each other.
Even in the body of Christ. Let's not forget about that because
they will.
Yeah.
They can. We've hurt each other. But because we're willing to forgive each other and have conversations, here we are now. Beautiful friendship. The other friendships I've had,
Yeah.
Right? And it's just, this is taking me back to a conversation I had with the Lord some time ago. And he was calling me out, right? And I'm going to be as real as I can with you guys. He was calling me out. He was like, Onneile, you have a pride problem. You're never willing to forgive people.
Sure.
Because he was calling me to reconcile with this one person, right? And he's like, let me reveal something to you, daughter. When people hurt you, you're quick to say bye. You're quick to say tsamaela go. But then you don't take into consideration that these people are human and they are going to mess up. And I think there's a scripture, I don't know if it's in Galatians 6 something, it talks about how forgive one another, bear up with each other.
Even as Christ has forgiven you, guys.
Even as Christ has forgiven you. Yeah. So he was just calling me out on that. He's like, one of the reasons why you do struggle with community and friends is because you're just always willing to let go of people.
Yeah.
Forgive.
People are easily disposable to you.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Don't put it like that.
That's what, okay, people were easily disposable.
Yeah, because now I'm working on it. I'm like, I'm willing to sit through hard conversations for our friendship, right? And forgiveness is an essential part of community because then he said to me that friendships you're never supposed to let go of because of what I was trying to do in your life, but you were quick to say. Because there was a case, a scenario, not even a scenario, something happened. And God was basically revealing to me that, okay, I want to say it without saying too much. Judas Peter.
Judas and Peter.
He's like, that one, Judas sharp, but this one is Peter. You let Peter come back, but you still forgive Judas. And you still love Judas.
Sure.
Right? And there are certain people, there are Peters that will deny you 3 times. But what did Peter then go and do? Peter was the rock of Christ Church, right? I got that right?
Yeah.
Read the book of Acts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You denied me 3 times. What was going to happen?
What I love about that is it's actually a study that I've put up on YouTube. Where in that particular scripture, one thing that stood out to me was when Jesus, after Jesus resurrected, he said to, I think it was Mary Magdalene, he specifically said, go tell Peter and my disciple. He named Peter, the same Peter who denied him 3 days ago.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Not too long ago. And he said, go tell Peter and my disciples that I am back from the dead, conquered sin and hell, you understand? And but you see the mercy in what Jesus did in extending grace and forgiveness to Peter. Peter had written himself off, by the way.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's so crucial. Forgiveness.
And another thing.
Yeah.
We've hurt God so many times, but he forgave us. Why aren't we willing to forgive other people?
Sure. Talk about it.
You know, so that's something I'm learning. Obviously, there are certain scenarios or certain situations where you're like, I'm going to love you and let this end. This is toxic. It needs to end. But I'm going to forgive you. But I'm not going to give you access back into my life. But there are certain people that really, you guys could work it out again. Yeah. You really could. Build again. It's worth the build, right? So forgiveness is a huge part about thriving in community and something I'm really learning right now. I'm being more patient with people with the hope that they'll be more patient with me. Because then it was prideful in the sense that I wanted to be forgiven by the Lord. I want people to be patient with me, but I wasn't willing to be patient with other people. Who did I think I was? Yeah.
I love that. So that's a key takeaway, forgiveness.
Yeah, forgiveness.
Yeah, forgiveness. I think my key takeaway from this entire conversation would be, please put in the time, invest the time. Put in the time, like actually fight for those relationships. Because I think for me, it's one thing, Onneile, to say, oh guys, forgive forgive, extend grace. But if we don't actually take the time to also cultivate that, take the time to, dude, let's hang out for ice cream.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go out for this. Oh, dude, there's an event coming up. Let's hang out. I think we need to be intentional about community. Like, guys, when are we hanging out? It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to cost a single thing. It can be literally, Chumi, let's walk.
Let's
Okay, right
come
now.
to my place. Let's watch Netflix.
Let's watch, stuff like that.
Something,
It doesn't have, so time, guys. I think we pour time into what we value. And I think this conversation should really show you that community is paramount in a person's life, especially a believer's life. And so I think pouring in the time, actually taking the time to be practical with our faith and applying our beliefs in every single day life, that should take you a long way.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you know what? That's my challenge. Be more intentional with like investing time with people. Because like we already established in the icebreaker thingy that I don't like leave the house.
This girl will stay in the house if she needs to.
Like, honestly, right? Yeah. And now it's like, okay, I'm going to try and be more intentional. Like, invite me, I'll come. If I can't come, I can't come. There's nothing I can do. And also, let me invite you. Because you're not going to be the one initiating things all the time. Come to this event. Let's go together. Let's do A, B, C, D, E, F, G together. So that's definitely my challenge. You guys should keep me accountable. Neza Bay in the past month.
Where did you go?
With who? Because
absolutely love that. So that's how we wrap up the conversation.
Yeah, Art Lounge.
Now we're getting into the Art Lounge.
I'm pulling out my Apple Music for
one
this
of
one.
My favorite segments. So if you don't already know, we have a segment right here on Session26 Podcast where we speak about all things the creative, all things entertainment, all things that we love as creatives. And on the Art Lounge, we talk about our most favorite, our current favorite rather.
Songs for the week, for the month, whatever it is.
Movies, whatever creative
shows,
outlet that we love, right? What's yours, girl?
So, Sagele put it on.
Yeah.
There's this, I didn't even know about this artist till a few days ago. A friend of mine put me on because I was looking for study music, right? Shout out to you, Tobo. He put me on, right? This artist, his name is Belo Bendulo. I hope I pronounced it right. I'm so sorry. And it's from his, I don't know what to call this, EP 92 Untikane, right? And then Jesus, You're Enough. Two beautiful songs. Yeah, Jesus, You're Enough. None can satisfy. Jesus, You're enough. Untikane. Chale.
Come on. Chale. Recordili.
I love that song. I think at the time it was just study music for me. I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to play in the background. And it was good. It was working out, even though I've only been studying for about 30 minutes max. Was still easing into the semester. But it was just a reminder that Jesus he really is enough. Like that's it. He's enough. That's it. Jesus. That. When I have Jesus in my bank account, it's full. When I have Jesus with me, I'm good.
You're good. You're sorted.
I'm sorted. Yeah. So just You're enough untekane. Even if you don't do any other thing for me now. Because I think at some point this week, I was just there like, I want this. Lord, please, no. But like, what about Jesus? Is he not enough, right? Yes, I have desires. He'll give me the desires of my heart. But at the current moment, my eyes, I need them to be fixed on you, Jesus, right? And it's something, because I did speak about how my fire, I had to reignite the fire. I felt like I don't know if I was backsliding. I was just going through a lot, some warfare, maybe backsliding. Yes, I was. I had backslidden. Let me just be honest. I had backslidden, right? And I'm like, Jesus, You're enough. So those are my two songs. Like, it's literally two different songs, but I get it. Jesus, You're Enough and Untekane are the same thing. It's two different languages.
It's within the same EP, you said. Yeah. I think for me, one of my favorite songs right now, one of my favorite songs right now is Ever Present Help. By Yanga Sobetwa.
Wa morata yang.
I think it's a song, again, I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that help is so special to me because that's how I got introduced to God, and that's how he continuously shows himself even through the people that he surrounds me with. So I think it speaks about just how he is an ever-present help. Ever-present help. In every season, in every moment, he's there, right there with me. So I think that's one of my most favorite songs currently. I think she independently released it. Yeah, it's like an independent release. So that's something so special. Another song that I absolutely love. No, I'm going to leave it at that for now.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like with the other ones, it's very much... Kilefe. All right. There's one song titled How Great. Is it called How Great? Yes, How Great is Our God. Yeah, that's just all the song says. How great is our God. That one. I heard it for the first time a couple of weeks ago at church. But the first time,
I'm sure we've ministered to that song before.
No, girl.
I'm sure.
Never. It was the first time I heard it.
Okay, maybe we haven't.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, maybe we haven't.
We haven't. It was the first time. Maybe it was the first time hearing that rendition of the song. So maybe I'm not picking up what I've sang the song before. But truly, I don't think I've heard that song before. And I heard it for the first time a couple of weeks ago at church. And you know, where you just like are so grateful. You're in a moment of gratitude and you're just like, oh, God, you have been great.
You've been good.
God, you've been good. You know? So How Great is Our God is another one of my favorite songs. So those two right now, beautiful. Lovely. Ever-present help and How Great is Our God.
Lovely. Can I put you on one more song?
Please do.
Emmanuel by Nathaniel Bassey.
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Hey.
Emmanuel. Hey,
I think I've heard it. Hey. Have you used it on one of your statuses before?
Probably. Like I'm not sure because there was a week where my mom and I were playing it every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. Hela. Play it when you're about to pray.
Okay.
You will enjoy that
by
song.
Nathaniel Bassey?
Nathaniel Bassey. There are other artists as well, but I can't really remember Nathaniel Bassey's name. Yeah.
I don't think I told you guys which rendition I liked. Yeah, How Great is Our God. Did I? It's one by Bishop... No.
That's not the song?
I think so. It's by Bishop Paul S. Morton and then the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. Okay. That's the rendition that I love. It's like a mass choir type of situation.
Love it. Share it with me after this. Share it with me.
I will. But I enjoyed this episode. I don't know. I
really
did
chilled. As well.
I was really chilled. I
miss you so much.
Dude, I miss you. Yasmin, by the way, we didn't talk about how we have been enjoying having guests on the show.
Girl.
Yeah. We had Miss Tamani. Miss Tamani joined us a couple of weeks ago, as well as Mandipa.
Yes.
Mandipa joined us. Check out those episodes, guys. Those are fantastic episodes. So shout out to them. We can't wait to have many more guests right here on the podcast. Any last words?
I don't have any other last words, but forgiveness. Back to the community thing. Forgiveness is a thing. If the Lord is calling you to let go of whatever, if he's calling you to have conversations, if he's calling you to, what's the word? Work or fix past conflicts. I think relationships do it. He knows what he's doing. Let him do that for you. Yeah. That's about it.
For me, it would be invest the time and actually help your friends out. I'm really big on help.
Yeah, she is.
I've been articulating. I'm so big on help. So help your friends out, help your family out. Pour in time into these relationships and into these communities that you want to see flourish. Right?
Lovely.
We want to give a big special thank you to Gabs Airport Inn for this phenomenal venue that we always at. It's a phenomenal venue, by the way.
Stunning. It is beautiful.
Stunning views. So please do check them out. Thank you and big shout out to them for hosting us today.
Follow us on our socials.
Yes.
That's even a priority right now. Everyone.
I mean, check out Session26 Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Check out my personal page at Aone Official with 5 L's at the end. And yourself?
It's Miss OJY on TikTok and Instagram. And then on Facebook, it's Onneile Jane. That's it. Oh, Jane. Spelled as Yane, but pronounced as Jane. So that's about it.
I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. And we really hope Can't the why words failing me? We really hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. Big shout out to our team also who makes this entire thing happen. And we can't wait to chat with y'all.
Yeah. Bye everybody.